Fairfax County facing charges. He unlawfully recorded a young girl in his home, and police say there could be more victims. Investigators say Henry Pacheco of Clifton met his victims about 10 years ago, providing social work services to a family member. The girl told police that she found recording devices hidden in a bathroom and bedroom of his home. Police say Pacheco worked with at-risk youth in that area for more than 30 years.
Cleanup continued over the weekend in Annapolis following last week's tornado from the remnants of Hurricane Ida. Yesterday, groups of volunteers met to remove the debris. The EF2 tornado caused widespread damage. There were also two other tornadoes in Dorchester County on the eastern shore. President Biden heads to New Jersey and New York City tomorrow to survey the damage there from Hurricane Ida. New York City saw historic flooding and New Jersey saw at least one tornado. The storms along the East Coast caused numerous deaths, and down south, a dive team went out over the weekend to try to locate the source of an oil spill just off the Louisiana coast.
New this morning, several George Washington University students were forced to evacuate their buildings due to, quote, environmental concerns. Now, according to the school's student newspaper, students live in the so-called Greek Townhouse Row along 23rd Street between F and G Streets Northwest. They were evacuated last night and relocated to a nearby hotel. The student newspaper says residents could be there for up to 3 weeks. It is unclear what the environmental concern might be. Let's turn our attention now to the coronavirus. Dr. Anthony Fauci says only one vaccine will meet the White House booster shot deadline.
And that deadline is September 20th. Dr. Fauci says while the Biden administration had hoped to roll out both Pfizer and Moderna's booster shot at the same time, that may not happen anymore. Pfizer has submitted its booster information to the FDA. Moderna could submit its booster plan in a week or two. The news comes after Dr. Fauci said 3 doses of the Pfizer or the Moderna COVID vaccine could become the new level of full vaccination status. Meantime, rising coronavirus cases and hospitalizations have health officials worried about this holiday weekend. The CDC urged unvaccinated Americans not to travel, but there is some good news. Public health officials say more people are lining up to get their shots after the FDA approved Pfizer's vaccine. Around 175 million Americans are now fully vaccinated. That's an increase of more than 10 million from a month ago.
This all brings us to our Fox 5 Live Insta poll. We're asking, are you worried about the spike in COVID cases after Labor Day weekend? It's easy to vote right now. Just go to fox5dc.com. Look for the Insta poll section on the right-hand side. You can also easily cast your vote on the free Fox 5 app.
Now, despite rising COVID cases, some events across the country are still drawing big crowds, and that has many doctors worried about the Delta variant continuing to spread. We'll have details ahead.
Plus, tragedy unfolding in one Florida neighborhood after a Marine allegedly shoots and kills a family at random. The eerie warning signs police say the suspect left beforehand. But first, let's check in with Matthew.
Hey, we've got beautiful and dry weather. No complaints in the forecast, but does it last? Your next chance of storms come up in just a few minutes.
All right, Matt, we'll check back in. Also ahead, countdown to liftoff. 4 civilians are set to go to space later this month on board a SpaceX rocket. We'll take a look at what that mission will entail and why it's also for a good cause. We'll be right back.